everyone, welcome back to another Connecting Your Creativity. I'm Alex, and this week we'll be making acrylic feather greeting cards. These are perfect for Thanksgiving, and to make these cards you will need some mixed media or watercolor paper. You will need red, orange, yellow, black, and brown acrylic paint, one paintbrush, paper towels, and a bowl for water. Alright, let's get started. Alright everyone, so let's get started. We're going to take our sheet of paper and we're going to line up the edges as best we can and fold it in half like we did with the other greeting card. So you really want to make sure that this is folded nicely. And then we're going to open it this way, long ways, instead of vertical. So make sure that your paper is horizontal. And then we're going to take our pencil and we're going to make 3 lines where our, 4 lines actually, rather, where our feathers are going to be. So they don't have to be straight. Actually, feather lines are usually not straight. So we have that one, maybe we have this one, maybe this one goes off to this side a little, and it's a little taller, and then we have this one, and this one is definitely curving this way. And these are going to be the base for our feathers. Then you're going to want to make sure that you have all of your paints ready. So here I have red, orange, white, black, brown, and yellow. And make sure you have a clean brush. Now I'm using the square tip brush, but you can use a round brush if you'd like. The square tips do offer more control for the lighter edges, but it's really up to you, whatever you want to use. So I'm going to go in with my orange first. And I am going to start kind of using that feathering motion with just a little bit of paint on my brush. And you can also dilute your acrylic paint with a little bit of water, just a little, and it'll kind of help create that feathery effect a little easier than if it was just straight acrylic. So here's what we have so far. And then we're going to take a little bit of our red and mix it with a little bit of our orange and kind of create a nice transition color towards the base of our feather. And it's okay if there's gaps in between. They kind of add a little bit of texture to our feathers that is common. And then I'm going to take a little bit of brown and mix it with that red-orange mixture that we had before. And we're going to start blending that towards the bottom again. And we're going to have like a nice little gradient effect. Excellent. Now we're going to take that same brown and just the brown, and we're going to draw our line of the middle of our feather. And I'm going to take a little bit of yellow and a little bit of that orange from earlier, and we're going to create the top of our feather too. And we're going to go back into the brown and darken up that line a little bit more. And I'm just going to let it kind of fade towards the top, right? So it's a little faded. And that line kind of goes away. And then I'm going to take a little bit more brown. And let's say right here, we're going to pull that brown out as if there was like a little mark on this feather. It has some brown markings throughout. Perfect, so there's one feather done. Now let's go on to the next feather. And this one, what color should we make this one? I think that this one should be a brown one, so let's just make it brown and white. So again, we're going to take our base with our brown, like so. And this time I'm going to take a little bit of black. We're going to add that to the bottom portion. And then we're going to take our white, we're going to mix it with just a tiniest bit of brown to bring some color into it. And then we're going to do the top of our feather. Just like that. And then we're going to take our black and we're going to do the same thing with our middle stem. So here's our two so far. And then we're going to take let's do our yellow. So let's do our base of this one. Let's have this one be yellow. And maybe this time just a little bit of orange. This one has some orange markings. And maybe a little bit of red by the base.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe a little bit of brown on this one. Like maybe it has a brown end. And then we're going to go back in with the brown and do our stem. And then we have our last one. And for this one, I'm thinking, I think we're going to take that white and our brown, and I think we're going to go with a tan base on this one. Yeah, I like that tan. It looks good. And maybe this side's a little bit darker. Yeah. And then we can take just the straight brown and kind of add a little bit of texture. Maybe this one also has a darker top. And then I'm going to take a little bit of black, add a little bit more color diversity. And then I'm going to take my brown, and I'm kind of just going to add some wisps here at the bottom. Like feathers have. And then I'm going to take my black again, and we're going to add in the stem. Perfect. So here is our completed Thanksgiving greeting card. And inside you can write Happy Thanksgiving and address it to whoever you would like to. And here's our finished product. Everyone, I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and I will see you next week for another Connecting Your Creativity. Bye!